Yeah, let's do this. Lazy Masquerade's a great channel. He does a lot of cool stuff on here. I'm not doing him any service by talking about him like this, but
Bait and
you'll
switch
see.
media.
You'll see.
Whether you're familiar with the term or not, if you grew up in the golden age of the internet, then chances are you've fallen victim to it more than once. It's that classic trick of a link, video or website, promising one thing, and then delivering something else entirely. Usually something annoying, disgusting, disturbing, or even virus infested. To give some examples, on the lighter end of the spectrum, we're talking things like rickrolling. The next tier up would be those seemingly innocent videos and flash games that gave us all our first heart attack, the KFC commercials, or the maze game for instance. The next level above that would be the so-called unholy trinity of the internet, Goatsy, Tubgoal, and Lemon Party. But at the very top of that totem pole of depravity were websites like womensalliance.xyz. Created in October 2020 by notorious internet sadist Obok Meatgod, womensalliance.xyz disguised itself as a feminist blogging community with a landing page which read as follows. This website contains stories of female empowerment. Some of these stories may upset or offend sensitive users. This site is unsuitable for children. The moment users entered the site, their screens would forcibly switch to full screen mode. What followed was a grotesque video montage of women being tortured, mutilated, injected with various diseases, and literally slaughtered.
Oi, nah, that's fucked. What the hell? Someone disguised a... Oh my god. Nah. Oi, nah, what? I'm sorry, that's fucking wild, and we're not even 2 minutes in. We're not even 2 minutes in. That is fucking wild. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's fucking wild, bro.
In some of the most graphic scenes, maggots could be seen crawling out of their orifices, all while Roy Orbison's "Oh Pretty Woman" rang out on full blast in the background, a song no doubt chosen to mock the victims featured in the clips. Any attempt to leave the site would only reset the full screen function, and pressing any key on the keyboard would trigger a fake prompt asking if the user really wanted to leave the site. Clicking OK would result in a barrage of alert boxes containing misogynistic threats backed by high-pitched static. I've even read reports that the site automatically turned each visitor's computer volume up to max, though I'm not actually sure if that's possible for websites to do these days.
Yeah, no, I think that bit is fake. But I can completely buy into a website making you go full screen. I can buy into that, but not so much it controlling the volume of the computer. You know, that seems a little bit much.
Still, if it did, then RIP to all the headphone users, I guess. Though not as popular as Obok's other shock site, Kekma, which honestly could be its own entry in a future video, womensalliance.xyz still garnered plenty of traffic through word of mouth, particularly on Discord servers, where morbid pranksters spammed the link and baited many unsuspecting victims. In Obok's words, he created womensalliance.xyz due to the lack of shock sites in the modern internet era. He's since defended his creation, saying he gave all of his visitors a chance to turn back before clicking enter, and that although he could have infected their devices with malware, he chose not to.
I mean, I suppose at least he's... I mean, don't get me wrong. This guy's fucked. But at the same time, I guess at least he's not putting viruses on your computer. But at the same time, once they're in that website, they're basically locked in. I'm guessing the only way out would be to Control Alt Delete, maybe, and just force restart. Maybe.
Most who fell for his trap are understandably less than forgiving though. given that many of those video clips remain seared into their minds to this day. Women'sAlliance.xyz has since been taken down, though archive links to it do still exist.
Good. At least it's been taken down. I'm glad it's been taken down. Because fucking hell, bro. Like, that is some fucking disturbing level shit. Like, that is fucking disturbing. Oh my god.
I strongly advise you don't go searching for them.
I'm not going to.
Trust me, some things are better left unseen.
Sounds like he's been looking for it.
It was the 16th of January, 2022, and family man Hubert Washam had just left his Alabama home to grab a bite to eat. It had been a perfectly normal day up until that point, with Hubert having spent most of it at his 8-mile residence with his family. But no more than 20 minutes after stepping out of his front door, Hubert received a frantic call from his autistic son, Desmond. "Dad, Damien killed Mummy." Hubert's heart immediately sank. Damien was Hubert's younger son, a 23-year-old man who, in recent weeks, had begun acting unusually, ranting about reptilian overlords, preaching about the Egyptian underworld, staring at the sun to absorb its energy, and sending links to his sisters in an attempt to convince them of his newfound beliefs.
Bro sounds like he's needing mental help. I'm not meaning to be rude, but that sounds like some mental health issues. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that sounds like some deep-rooted mental health issues in the younger bloke.
It was then that Hubert remembered an item that Damien had recently purchased. A samurai sword. In a state...
So, you know that he's brought a samurai sword, and you didn't even think to ask him what he's brought it for, or what he's doing with it.
Of pure panic, Hubert rushed back to the small family home and found his wife of 30 years, Helen Nettles Washam, unresponsive on the floor. There were 19 slashes to her head, neck, and arms.
Yeah, no, she's done. She's out. She's dead. No respawn for her. She's gone. She is absolutely gone. With that many slices from a fucking katana, bro, she's dead. There's no way she's surviving that.
Realising that she was already gone, Hubert then ran upstairs to check on the rest of his family. His other son, Desmond, had been lacerated, and his brother-in-law, George, was missing half of his face.
Whoa.
Both were thankfully still alive, and they explained how Damien had attacked them with a katana before fleeing to an abandoned house nearby. After the police were alerted to his location, Damien took off in his 2000 Honda Accord, sword in hand, and led deputies on a chase that ended when spike strips immobilized his vehicle. He was swiftly apprehended and charged with his mother's slaying, but was later found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro sounds like he's insane. I'm sorry, but I don't mean to be rude, but look at this guy's face, right? I don't know whether it's just me, but I feel like this guy has a lot of pain being shown in his face. Like, just the expression in his face alone. Like, yeah, it's a mugshot, right? I get that. But at the same time, like, this guy's riddled with fucking hurt. Like, beyond just having already probably just realised that he's killed his mum, like, he's probably already dealing with some fucking shit on top of that. So, this guy, like, I feel for him. I don't condone his actions. I think he's a fucking piece of shit for killing his mum. Don't get me wrong. But I feel for him, you know? I genuinely feel for him.
Up until that point, Damien had no prior run-ins with the law, and his social media pages showed no signs of him losing his grip on reality.
So was he doing drugs? Was he doing drugs? Like, is that what they're gonna say next?
Those who knew him best spoke of how normal and well-adjusted he was, But according to his father, between 4 and 6 weeks before the tragedy unfolded, Damien had fallen down a dark rabbit hole, having apparently been brainwashed by a mysterious online group that he had encountered in a Call of Duty lobby. He had started listening.
So bro took everything these people in the Call of Duty lobby were saying seriously. And then he decided to kill his mum. I find that a little bit of a stretch, honestly. I mean, yeah, sure. There's no reasoning for it not to have happened. But to pin all of that on him meeting some people he met on, like, Xbox Live, like, that just seems like you're trying to push it onto, like, the video games at that point to me. That's what that comes across as to me personally.
Listening to some crazy group of people, like a cult or something, Hubert told the media. We'd never had any problems out of him. And then all of a sudden, he started acting paranoid.
For real.
A year and a half before Damien took his mother's life.
This is what I'm saying though, like, I'm not trying to sit here and say that it's not impossible, because it is possible. I'm not trying to sit here and deny that. Like, let me make that clear. I'm not denying that. But in this case, while it's possible, I don't necessarily believe that it was a cult. You know? Like, 4 weeks of brainwashing does not do that to a person. I'm sorry, but you could not convince me in 4 weeks to kill my mum or my dad. Yeah, some people are very good sweet talkers. You're absolutely right on that. Some people have the fucking silver tongue, and it's absolutely incredible what people can get away with. It's actually insane what people can get away with. So if this is one of those situations, then I mean, if it's like that, bro was probably fucked from the start without even realising what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, there comes a level of personal responsibility. Now, I'm not trying to say that it's his own fault, but at the same time, he had the choice not to listen to them and use common sense. Like, common sense should always prevail. But as I'm sure we all know, it doesn't. I'm sure we all know that it doesn't. But it should. And common sense in that situation would tell you, hang on a minute, how about I don't kill my mum? Because if I do that, I'm not only going to go to jail, but I'm not going to have a mum anymore. And I don't know about you, but me personally, I love my mum, and I wouldn't want to fucking kill her because some guy on Call of Duty convinced me to. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not to take away from the severity of this. Is the whole family believe that those who don't belong to their group are demonic? People are gullible. This is the thing. People are gullible, and while it's sad, like, it's almost bound to happen. Because let's be real, like, I'm stupid. A lot of people are fucking stupid. People fall for shit all the fucking time. I guess you could just see it as another situation like that, but then that takes away the actual personal aspect of it. It takes away the fact that it's someone's son, it's someone's daughter, it's someone's brother, it's someone's sister, it's someone's mum, someone's dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has a knock-on effect, and it's sad. But let's just carry on, shall we?
City of Cosmic Intelligence began uploading videos to YouTube. The man behind.
They tried to get me into their group too, but I refused, so they called me a demon. Well, do you know what that is? That's your intuition telling you that you shouldn't have done that. And it's a good thing you listen to your intuition, man. Like that gut feeling, that feeling that something ain't right. Do you know what I mean? Like whenever I get that, I always listen to it. If I think something that isn't, if I think they're chatting shit and I'm not gonna go along with it, then I'm not gonna go along with it. And I think they're chatting shit. But you can't speak for other people. You can only protect yourself and fight for the argument that you're putting across. You know? And it's sad to say that people are stupid. It's sad to say it. They provided me with information that looked so believable, but I knew better. This is it. This is it. It's misinformation. That's the strongest tool they have right now. Because there's so much of it. It's all there, but it's all shit. And with the power of free speech, people could just put more misinformation out there. It comes down to critical thinking at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to.
Behind the account was Rashad Jamal White, an Atlanta-based rapper with convictions for battery, strangulation, and suffocation. He'd also previously been charged in connection with a murder, but wasn't convicted. By late 2020, Rashad had turned over a new leaf and decided that rather than take from society, he was going to give back to it. And what he had to offer was his godly wisdom. Going by his New Age name, Divine Insight, the self-proclaimed prophet used his platform to wax lyrical about mysticism and conspiracy theories, warning his followers of government plots to control them. Among other things, Rashad alleges that NBA players are synthetic robots, that rainbows are stargates to alternate dimensions.
Really? Fucking hell.
That human bodies are avatars injected with nanobot technology at birth, that birds are actually drones used to spy on citizens.
I've heard that one. I've heard that one. That one's quite funny. I quite like the fucking birds are used to spy on us. I think that one's quite a good one. I like that one. That one gives me a giggle.
Mississippi River is actually the Nile. That ancient Egyptian gods were actually aliens who once walked the earth. That the sun is the source of all human energy, and that clouds are government tools used to block its power, keeping people weak and obedient.
I mean, that comes down to chemtrails. There is concern to be had about chemtrails, but clouds? Come on now, clouds? You're stretching it a bit there, ain't you, fella? You're stretching it a little bit there, ain't you?
The crux of Rashad's philosophy, however, hinges on race. Specifically, that Caucasians are shape-shifting reptilians.
Yep, I'm a fucking shape-shifting reptile, mate. That's me. That's why I go for smoke breaks, you know, so I can turn into a reptile and be in my natural form. You can't see me in my natural form. Like, I was able to have my natural face out on Halloween because I had this on, but like I can't show you my true reptile form because aliens.
While black and Latino people are spiritually enlightened gods and goddesses.
Of course, racism. It's racism. That's what it is. He doesn't fucking like white people. He doesn't like white people. He only likes black and Hispanics. He's a racist little prick. That's what he is.
Chosen by divine forces.
It's his way to be racist without being racist directly. If you think about it, I'm not wrong. Yeah, he's basically, yeah. He's got the same ideology. He's got the same fucking ideology. I guarantee you, if he was given the chance, he would commit the same acts. He would commit the exact same acts, just to different people. The same acts would happen, but it'd be a different group, and probably nobody would even bat an eyelid in this day and age. Honestly. They'll probably be like, oh yeah, he's evil, but Who cares? It's only white men. It's only white people.
In the past, he's preached about how their blue-skinned ancestors had once wielded immense spiritual power before, quote, losing their frequency and being subjugated. Despite being as convincing as a Zuckerberg smile, the teachings of cosmic intelligence struck a chord with many people, particularly the disenfranchised.
I'm sorry, but if anyone brought into that fucking bullshit, they're just as fucking racist as he is. They're just as fucking racist towards white people as he is. Simple as. Fucking simple as.
Marginalized and, frankly, gullible. With so many people in the modern era lacking a sense of meaning and purpose in life, Rashad was able to amass a worryingly large fanbase, with over 200,000 people subscribing to his YouTube channel, 150,000 to his TikTok, and 105,000 to his Instagram page. Visiting the group's website, Rashad claims to have founded his online university to enlighten and illuminate the
Wait, how many?
a sense of meaning and purpose in life. Rashad was able to amass a worryingly large fanbase, with over 200,000 people subscribing to his YouTube channel,
200,000 on YouTube,
150,000 to his TikTok,
150,000 on TikTok, so that's 350,000.
and 105,000 to his Instagram page.
455,000 people. 455. Wow. So let me ask this then. Was he wording it in such a way where it sounds smart? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can make yourself sound smart, but you're actually just talking a load of shit. You're just talking it in a more sophisticated way, right? I reckon that's what my man's done here. That's what I reckon he's done. And he's convinced people, and then it's tapped in to a certain ideological thing that they all have. Because it comes down to ideology as well. Ideology is racism. And racism is ideology. It's one and the same. It's us against them. It's the same thing. That's what I experienced with that group. They got books and videos and lots of stuff with facts that aren't actual facts. I see. So that's it's clever. Now that I've seen it. Wow. It is so clever but so stupid. Like, it's clever how it just taps into that bit of your brain where it's like, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, because they present it in such a way and they're able to convince you. Oh my god, that is. Oh my god. Okay.
Visiting the group's website, Rashad claims to have founded his online university to enlighten
Because a
and
video
illuminate
would
the
be
minds of
presented by
carbonated
some
beings.
professor. Is he to say I'm a
We look a
professor,
little
but you're
deeper
nothing
beneath the
but an
surface.
uneducated
Become-
bloke? That's it. And like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I'm a professor. Like, do I fucking look like a professor to you? Like, take what people say as a pinch of salt on the internet. That's what I learned from the get go, and I'm surprised that people don't apply this to everything they see on the internet or what they hear on the internet. Like, whether that be on Twitch, whether that be in a Call of Duty lobby, whether that be on Discord. Like, take what you see at face value, and then take what you hear as a pinch of salt, and until things show otherwise. So if someone says, "Oh yeah, you're a professor," I'll just be like, "Yeah, cool. Where's the proof? Show me the papers." Do you know what I mean? Show me the proof. Oh, you don't have a camera? Get your phone. Get your phone and download the Xbox app. Download Discord. They'll add me. Add me and send me the proof. And then we'll talk. Because going around just believing it is a bit dangerous. It's like, what's a good example? You know the streamer Amaranth? She accused her ex-boyfriend? She accused them of basically assault, and at the time my intuition was telling me like she's bullshitting, like she's chatting out her ass, and I said that I was open about that, and I got a lot of backlash at the start of that, but when it came out that she was actually bullshitting and I was right the whole time, I was sitting back and I was just like, I told you. I fucking told you. I'm a ghostwriter, which means I'm fantastic at researching. So I've researched their facts and professors and doctors and couldn't find anything except what they hold to be true. It's like you said, intuition. Yeah, exactly. It comes down to what you know yourself. Like, don't just take it at face value. Like, unless you want to. Take it at face value, but don't take it at face value at the same time. It's a complicated one. Like, you take it in, but if it's a minor thing, like, you just be like, yeah, cool. But if it's something that you actually have to look into, that's when you're like, hold on a minute, let me check this. Exactly. Open-minded, not gullible. But open-mindedness can lead to gullibility. It's having that bit of restraint, I guess you could say. Maybe restraint's not the right word, but you get where I'm coming from. You get it. It
becomes quite apparent that cosmic intelligence is just like every other cult. In other words, a get-rich-quick scheme masquerading as a spiritual movement.
So he was scamming people as well. He was scamming people. This guy's great, isn't he? This guy's a fantastic character.
The guru's most arcane knowledge is predictably locked behind a paywall.
Of course, of course. You want the ancient arcane knowledge? You want access to the ancient arcane scrolls of time and knowledge and the ages that have come before? That'll cost you $333.33. Because that gives you... Wait, let's see what... So, gold package and blue package. Gold package is valid for 6 months. Blue package for 3 months. What? Wait, what? Oh. And then full access to... That's the same one. So to get everything, you need to pay that. How are people not fucking realising this is a scam, bro? How are they not realising this is a scam? Like, the prices should be giving it away. Oh my god. Sitting here actually fucking looking at it with a critical eye, you realise how fucking stupid it is. You actually realise how stupid it is.
And access to Rashad's daily live lectures, for example, then you'll need to purchase one of his university's very reasonably priced subscription packages. But why waste your time with the gold and blue packages when you could go straight to Violet?
Of course.
As he's keen to tell you,
get
it's
everything.
The bestseller, the cheapest package, and a money saver. For the low price of $333.33, you not only get a year's access to live lectures, but also unlock all sorts of exciting goodies, like a 9% coupon off Rashad's merch store.
For $300, let's go. Pay us $333.33, and we'll give you a 9% off coupon to buy a fucking rock for £300, even though it's fucking probably like £2 in the shop.
Especially with such an attractive refund policy.
All sales are final. Allow 3 to 9 weeks for your order to arrive. 3 to 9 weeks? What's taking that fucking long to post? What takes that fucking long to post? Do crystals take that long? Hold on. Let me look this up. Yeah, no, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is more bullshit. At most, it should take the longest first class mail international. Like I'm looking at the stats for mail right now, yeah. And so we've got domestic first class mail is 3 to 7, priority 2 to 3, and standard mail 7 to 10 business days, right? International now. First class mail international 7 to 21 days, priority 6 to 10 business, express mail 3 to 5. So this is a load of fucking shit. Once again, we've caught him out in another lie. We've caught him out. It's not gonna take that long. There's no way it's gonna take that long. He's literally bullshitting you in the crystal policy. After he's fucking scammed you twice. Once on entry and once for the fucking rock. And now he's gonna basically say, yeah, no, give us this long. Oh, Ben. So basically, I ended up rolling the smoke, yeah? And we're watching the video for Smoker Clark. But I'm also kind of being a bit critical of it. Did you know many crystals can be manufactured? Yes, I did. Because they have them in like some of the seaside attractions. Of course. A lot of it is man-made. It's very convincing stuff, but it's man-made.
Despite being an obvious scam, the University of Cosmic Intelligence's subscriber count has continued to grow.
How are people still buying into it?
Rashad's followers aren't...
Like, it's written everywhere that this thing is a fucking scam, bro. It's written all over the fucking place. All over the shop.
Simply fans, though. Many are disciples, devout believers who refer to him as God and spend...
It's a shit... I want to say it's a shared delusion, but what if he spread the same bullshit and it's... Oh, no. No, I don't like the implications of this. I do not like the implications of this. That is both terrifying and sad. That is both terrifying and sad. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Spend thousands of dollars to finance his lifestyle. For example, prior to slaying his mother, Damien Washam had reportedly spent $5,000 on crystals from his merch store.
So bro was making bank by basically scamming people, and then he went and chopped up his own ma. It's like ancient times when a king would declare himself a god. This guy achieved the same. Exactly. It's baffling. It's baffling. It's genuinely baffling. Like, I get he's his own man, yeah? But there comes a line where you've got to look after your son. Like I said earlier, this guy looks fucking disturbed anyway. So... Oh my...
But just as his popularity and bank balance began to skyrocket. Rashad was arrested yet again, this time for SAing the child of his ex-girlfriend, Dash.
Nah. No. No.
Shell Smith. He was convicted in 2023, and a Georgia judge handed him an 18-year prison sentence.
Give him the fucking death sentence. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? Give that man the fucking death sentence. Oh my god. I don't care. No, he attacked a child. He attacked a child, man. He deserves death. He deserves it.
With an additional 22 years probation. For some, this marked the end of their faith in him, but for others, it only cemented their loyalty.
Oh my god. Why? Why does that cement your loyalty? When he fucking essays a fucking child? Why? How?
An online petition
Why?
titled Justice for Rashad Jamal quickly gathered thousands of signatures.
No. This is wild, bro. They got over half the fucking signatures too. They got over half the fucking signatures, bro. What the fuck?
With his followers stating that the legal case against him was a deliberate effort to suppress his spiritual power.
Of course, it's his spiritual power. So his spiritual power is coming from essaying children. And fucking scamming people online. And killing his own mother. That's his spiritual power. Okay. If that's my spirit, if that's his spiritual power, yeah, then my spiritual power is fucking from when every time I fucking jack off. That's my fucking spiritual power then. Because it's not fucking productive. If anything, it's more of a negative effect.
Two members who signed the petition were Yasmin Hyder and Crystal Pinkins, an unlikely duo who had met through cosmic intelligence. Prior to becoming members, Yasmin.
So wait, these two helped him? Did I understand that right?
Rashad Jamal quickly gathered thousands of signatures, with his followers stating that the legal case against him was a deliberate effort to suppress his spiritual power. Two members who signed the petition were Yasmin Hyder and Crystal Pinkins, an unlikely duo who had met through cosmic intelligence. Prior to becoming members, Yasmin, then 20, was a former college student in Oklahoma, and Crystal, 36, a certified health aide in Tennessee. Both came from tight-knit families who described them as ordinary and well-adjusted women. That is, before they began engaging with cosmic intelligence posts on social media sites.
So they got roped into it, and they've obviously done something. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a mugshot of them. What the fuck have they done?
By August 2022, the pair had seemingly abandoned their past lives and took to travelling around the country together, living off-grid in makeshift campsites as per Rashad's teachings, free from government surveillance and isolated from their support networks.
Going on the run, leaving themselves vulnerable, no supplies that we know of. They're signing their death warrants. They're signing their lives away. Like, did they even do any research into this? Did they even do any research or use critical thinking at all before they jumped in? I mean, the answer's obviously no, right? The answer's obviously no, because otherwise we wouldn't be here right now. But it's still, we have to ask these questions.
On August 14th of that same year, the duo found themselves completely out of money, having given most of what they had to Rashad. But that mattered not, for as he had taught them, the laws of the US don't apply to them, and so they could simply take whatever they wanted.
Of course. So now he's making them criminals. He's like, yeah, I've got all your money, but it's okay because you can go and become criminals, and you can live day to day, stealing from shops.
As such, Yasmin and Crystal formulated a plan, one that would have dire consequences.
Exactly. Where's the common sense?
That afternoon, Michaela Paulus and her boyfriend Adam Simji.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Both
no.
students at the University of Central Florida were driving through Talladega National Forest, a final getaway before the start of the fall semester. As they made their way along a particularly quiet stretch of road, they came upon a young woman, flagging them down for assistance. That woman was Yasmin Hyder.
No.
Posing as a stranded motorist, Yasmin asked the young couple for help jump-starting her vehicle. Adam and Michaela decided to be good Samaritans and spent an hour trying to get...
Oh no. Oh no, these...
Yasmin's car started, searching for YouTube tutorials and even calling Adam's mechanic father to figure out a possible solution. After checking the coast was clear, Yasmin pulled a firearm on the unsuspecting couple and demanded that they hand over their keys, cell phones, and bank cards. Not wanting any trouble, Michaela and...
Bro, it's such a shame. It's such a shame. Like, look how happy these two look. Like... Please tell me she doesn't shoot them. Please tell me she doesn't shoot them.
Adam complied, but when Yasmin ordered them to walk into the woods, it became disturbingly apparent that they were about to be executed. In an effort to protect his girlfriend, Adam drew his concealed firearm and fired 4 shots at Yasmin, hitting her 3 times in the chest and once in the leg. Yasmin returned fire, hitting Adam once in the back. Michaela was a nursing student, and she desperately tried to save Adam, while Yasmin called out to her accomplice, Crystal, who'd been watching everything from the tree line. But rather than help, Crystal abandoned her comrade and fled deeper into the woods. Adam lived for another 20 minutes after being hit. Unfortunately, it took paramedics 30 minutes to arrive at the scene, by which point...
I feel so sorry for this Oh my god. Oh my god. That's horrible. That's horrible. What an awful way to die. Like, all the respect to this man, like, oh my god. Oh my god. All of this happened because of one guy. All of this because of one fucking shithead. I feel sorry for this chick. I feel sorry for her. To have to watch your partner bleed out in front of you, holding them in your arms as their life fades away. That's gotta be traumatizing, man. After he's fucking just died protecting you as well. Completely fucking butchered the fucking chick that was trying to kill both of you. Like, oh my god.
Adam had succumbed to his wound. Another life lost to members of cosmic intelligence. Yasmin, on the other hand, survived the ordeal.
No! No! She survived? Yo, nah, this woman's fucked. This woman is absolutely fucked.
Quick to give up her traitorous accomplice.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think she's the worst in this situation, but she is just as fucked.
Crystal. The authorities later found the 36-year-old hiding at a nearby base camp where she and Yasmin had been living in tents. Crystal's 5-year-old child emerged from one of them, armed with a loaded shotgun.
What? She gave a 5-year-old a fucking shotgun. She gave a fucking 5-year-old a shotgun. See, this is your problem, Ben. If you had been paying attention, you'd know what was going on right now. This is your own damn fault for not paying attention. I'm not explaining this to you.
Thankfully, the authorities were able to disarm the boy without further incident. While searching the area for evidence, officers encountered several more tents that belonged to other members of Cosmic Intelligence.
So it was a proper, like, base camp. There was more than just these two women there? So how many people were there at this base camp?
After making a full recovery, Yasmin Hyder took a plea deal and received a 35-year sentence for ending Adam's life. In
Good.
exchange, she testified against her co-conspirator, Crystal Pinkins. Despite not pulling the trigger...
Oh, so she grasped. She grasped on her accomplice. Nice.
herself, Crystal was determined to have been the mastermind behind the plot, and was given a life sentence.
Wow.
Despite Cosmic Intelligence now being linked to 2 slayings, there was nothing that directly implicated its leader, Rashad, and as such, he faced no further legal charges. And even with its leader behind bars...
I mean, it is a bit of a stretch to try and, like, pin it on him, but the evidence is there. The evidence is definitely there when you look at it.
The University of Cosmic Intelligence continues to live on, with old clips and new jailhouse recordings being posted to the group's YouTube channel, uploaded by one of Rashad's disciples. Reading through some of the top comments, it's clear that he still has a zealous, growing fanbase. The internet has dramatically expanded the reach and influence of cults, making it easier than ever for them to attract and recruit new followers, especially when a growing number of people are now terminally online and yet desperate for connection. Through social media platforms, forums and websites, prophets like Rashad can quickly disseminate their message.
False prophets. False prophets. They're not real prophets, they're false. And the Lord warned everyone, beware of the false prophets. Beware of the false prophets. It's not just restricted to any culture, it's all of those that are the follower of the word. Beware the false prophets. And this man is a false prophet. He's shown himself as a false prophet. There is nothing more to it. Like, if you want to go down that route of, like, religion and, like, social media and how it all connects, like, he is a false prophet. And he used the internet to spread his false gospel, his false word, you know?
To a global audience, often targeting vulnerable individuals seeking
Yeah, the most vulnerable people are the ones with the mental health issues and the ones that are mentally unstable. They're the ones that will easily fall for this.
community or purpose. Algorithms that promote echo chambers only amplify their influence, and those who fall prey to the teachings of these influencer gurus often don't realize the dangers they're putting themselves in.
It's not just restricted to things like the University of Cosmic Intelligence either. I would go as far to say that it includes people like Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, like even some of the more, like, reputable people, like Joe Rogan, for example. I would say you need to be more critical with him, because obviously he can easily paint a narrative and make himself sound intelligent and convincing just because he's been around for so long and he's built that persona for himself. Like, we should still execute critical thinking. Even when we don't think we have to, we should always execute it.
In August 2023, at least 6 members of Cosmic Intelligence disappeared from St. Louis. They haven't been seen or heard from since.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Wow. Holy fucking shit. And that, oh my god, bro, that's only half the video. We got another half of this. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna be watching, but I'm not gonna be saying anything. I'm just gonna sit in the background. I'm gonna let it play.